1st, 2002. It's International Labor Day here in China, and you can see that we're heading out. There's my house right there, and we're planning on having a barbecue there tonight, so maybe we'll do some video of that. But on this trip, we are going to go buy us a chicken in China, so you can see just how exciting it is to buy meat when you're in China. So we're off to the grocery store right now. We'll pick you up in a little bit. Okay, so we're halfway to the grocery store, or meat street as I like to call it, and I just thought we'd stop here and show you the Sheraton Hotel. For those of you that haven't been here before, this is the Sheraton Hotel, and flying out front is the flags in front of the Sheraton Hotel. So you can see there the stars and stripes, the Chinese flag, and a couple other flags. Kind of hard to hold this camera steady. And then here is our local fishing pond. There was a whole bunch of fishermen here today fishing, but they've evidently, most of them have gone home now. Either they decided this side was better to fish on. There's a few guys still fishing. I think that they're planning on having a barbecue also. So my idea is that they're fishing now. They probably are heading home now to start cooking their fish. We saw one guy catch a big fish, but it didn't look too pretty. I mean, it was kind of like a carp or something like that. It had big scales. It was brown, kind of looked muddy. I think this pond is maybe only 3 or 4 feet deep. It's not much. And they got these little aerators out there. Sometimes they turn the motors on and they spin around and cause lots of bubbles. I think the fish start floating to the top if they don't turn those things on. So, okay, we're continuing on to the market. Just hang on, we'll be there soon. Okay, here's another stop along the way to the marketplace. This is not the same body of water we saw before. This is a river. It's actually a river that's kind of by our house. It doesn't have much flow, but so it's kind of like a pond. But you can see that it goes a long ways. And down this way it goes into a big pond, and there's a pond that goes around the Tianjin TV tower. Isn't it majestic? Yes, it's a pride of Tianjin. And then out in front of us, this is a street called Tianjin. And you can see lots of different kinds of traffic come down this street. Everything from one of our favorite kind of vehicles. This is the Tianjin China. Yes, that fine automobile is made right here in Tianjin. And then, oh, darn. Well, there goes the other favorite vehicle is the Huali, or also called the Mindy, and it's a yellow box. Some people at Caterpillar say you're not supposed to ride in those because they're so unsafe, but they're one of Cliff's favorite cars, so he likes them. Okay, so you know, lots of bicycles too. You know, this is a holiday in China, so not as many bike riders as normal, but there's a few out today. Okay, moving on. We're going to go across this bridge to the marketplace. Ni hao, ni hao. 不要买菜，谢谢，不要买。Okay, here we are. We are at the market. Ni hao, 朋友. Yeah. And this is the vegetable stand where we buy a lot of vegetables. We were here just yesterday, and there's our favorite vegetable lady. She always gives us away a few extra vegetables. We're going to take you down through the market. Here we can buy meat. We usually don't buy meat at this market, but today's going to be a special day. We're going to buy some meat, although we're not going to buy this particular kind of meat. There's all kinds of stores here, friends, family, lots of vegetables. Let's see, what else do we have? We have people that can cut your hair right here. They can cut your hair on this street. You can buy rice. And this is the place that I want to go, right here. They got, look at all these beasts. Chickens, ducks. I don't even know what kind of ducks those are. But here's some chickens. And this is what we want to buy today. We're going to try some chickens. Hey, 你们买鸡肉吗? 我要买一个。买一个。我们要看一看你。I don't know. 告诉我which one? 你喜欢这个 ？Yeah. 我要 OK. All right. 多少钱
5斤多吧，5斤多。
5斤多。5斤多。
20多块钱。
5斤好。好。Okay, so we're picking out one chicken. This is pretty. This is something new for us. I actually don't normally buy my chicken this way. We usually go buy our chicken someplace else. But I've always wanted to watch one of these guys prepare me a chicken. All right, so he's got the chicken by the hind legs. I suppose you do this often, sir. We weigh it first. This is the weighing apparatus. Yeah, watch this. We measure things in China in jin. A jin is about a ½ kilogram. So he's measuring out the number of jin right now. Isn't that a cool little way of measuring device? 多少？6斤4。6斤4。行。6斤4. That means 6.4 jin. So that is a 3.2 kilogram chicken. Do 3.2 times 2.2 pounds per kilogram, and you get, let's see, 2.2, 3.2 times 2.2 is 6.4. Is that right? I don't know. You do the math at home. It's easier when you're watching TV. Okay, this chicken, it's about ready to be curtains for the chicken. Oh, man. Okay. For you farm boys out there, this may be no problem for you to look at, but well, this is new stuff for us city boys. Although I guess if you're a city boy from Tianjin, it gives a lot different meaning than if you're a city boy from the States, from the looks of it here. All right, we'll just take a brief minute to take a look down this street. Yeah, take a look behind us. Looking into the sun, let's see. Look down this street here. Yeah, you can buy other stuff down these streets as well. Some mornings I come down here and buy some breakfast. You know, they prepare like egg sandwiches. It's pretty good. And I also have fish down there. I wonder what some of these other chickens would have tasted like. You know, here's some white ones. And I think we got a rooster. A brown rooster. I don't know. He probably picked the most expensive one out for me. Sure hope I brought enough money today. I don't have all that much money on me. So, okay. Well, alright. We're going to take a brief pause. You know, this will be like, you know, when you watch the, what's that? The home shows, you know, when like they stop, you know, and the house isn't built yet, and then they come back and the house is finished. That's what we're going to do here. We're just going to let them work on this chicken a little bit, and then we'll come back soon. You know, I just noticed something. There's a few baby ducks back there. Those must be getting ready for market in the future someday. Okay, signing off. Alright, so we're still here watching the man prepare our chicken. Looking like more like a chicken now. You know, he's stuck it in a pot of boiling water right behind him there. And after leaving it in there for a few minutes, pulled it out, and he's defeathering it right now. So it's not going to be much longer, and we're going to have us a real good chicken. Fresh. Okay, so we're finished now. Yeah, that is our chicken right there. You know, the funny thing here is that I'm going to have more work to do when I get home, because that is a whole chicken. I had to ask him to cut the feet off, and I had to ask him to cut the legs off. And I had to ask him to cut the neck off. So I got a lot of chicken there. I guess I have to take it home and work on it myself. That's a bummer. Okay, now we're doing the price calculation. So for those of you that are wondering how much this cost, 多少钱？
32.
32块. 32块. So that's $4. $4 exactly if you use 8 as the conversion rate. So not bad. All right. Well, we'll see you at home. Anybody want to have a smoke with him? 谢谢，我不喜欢。谢谢你。